it's Chloe Demira, Say the Victor Roll. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And it is that time of the month. It is our monthly collab with Makeup Therapy, my name twin. And for this month, we are playing with the Zulu palette from Juvias Place and the Stacey Marie Carnival, the Antidote palettes. So, as always, we're using things from our collection that we both have and creating different looks without knowing what each other is creating. So if you want to see my look and then hopefully go check out Manuela's, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. So excited to do another collab with Manuela. So as per our intro, we are doing the Zulu by Juvias Place and the BPerfect Carnival, the Antidote. And this is a palette that I haven't had to use. I didn't use as much as I had wanted to, so I'm very excited that I get to play with this one. And this is where I stuck a finger in. I do that a lot. So this is nice and neutral with beautiful greens in it. And then the Juvias Place Zulu palette, this is also a oldie but a goodie, but these are beautiful bright colors. So I thought we will use the shimmer and the brights from in here. And then we're just going to use some of the neutral shades to do an eye look. We didn't really pick a theme. It is the beginning of November. In Canada, we've already had Thanksgiving, so it's going to be the month of American Thanksgiving, and of course, everybody's favorite season, Black Friday, which I'm hoping I will not do anything at all for Black Friday, because to be fair, I have no money. We're on a low buy, so there we go. So let's do a super fall look. I'm just going to use some tape. I thought, you know what, I might just want to have some fun today and do a really winged out look. So I think that is my plan. I went to Beetlejuice. We did, well, not the new one, an old Beetlejuice. So it was at Kataro, the cat cafe. So you could snuggle cats and watch movies. They do this every Monday here in Vancouver. And we picked the Beetlejuice. So I bought this cute little hair clip. I've always wanted one of the naked kitties. So I thought that was very cute. So I thought, oh, what did I do there? I thought I would pick that up. I had looked at it a while ago, online, but I didn't want to pay shipping, and yeah, and the proceeds go to the cafe, so for paying the staff and taking care of the cats. So here, let's hope. Yeah, I love Creature Cosmetics, but their tape isn't super sticky, which I guess is sort of supposed to be okay, but I think a teeny bit more tack would have been better, I think. So I'm going to use a white base. This is my P. Louise dupe that I got a while back, and I thought, let's do a white bright look, because we are going to be using some bright shades, but also some grungy shades, so I thought this would be fine. As always, I'm very curious to see what Manuela is going to do for her collab this month. We didn't really pick out a theme this month, just some palettes. So again, I thought fall. Nice winged out fall look. And plus these palettes, or at least the Antidote one, it definitely leads to a fall look. So we are going to start with that. So now the Juvias palette, again, we've got some greens, yellow. So we're going to be, from here, I think we're definitely going to be using possibly these two greens and maybe this shimmer here. So those are green and one is kind of a pinky shade. So in here, I think what I want to do is I know I always do a green look. So I'm going to do a green and orange look. So I'm going to, as we are now at the end of October, this is November 1st when it posts, we're going to use the shade October, and we're going to use that on the outer bit of her eye there. Yes. So BPerfect, I believe, was having a really big sale. They were selling some of the little palettes from the kind of like the Compass collection. They were selling them for, I think, like 12p, so like 25 cents, somewhere around there, which is absolutely crazy. I like that little set. I had done a couple of videos with that. I think they have several versions. They had one that was a more colorful compass collection, and then they had a one that was a little bit more towards the neutrals. And I have the one that was the colors. It had like a blue, a green, purples, I think, and then maybe reds for the other. There, yeah. Then we are going to go into the shade called Spiked Coral. We're going to call it Spiked Coral. Yeah, there's something in the letters come off there, so I can't quite read. So we're going to go with that. So we're just going to do a bit of that. Might have to fix this side. This tape went nice, but this one went a little wonky. So I'm probably going to have to shape it a little bit with a sponge. So if the side is looking a little bit chaotic at the moment, that is what's going to happen. And then we're going to go into the shade called Pretty Peach. So I'm going to top it with that. So I believe this palette was kind of to get away from the more rainbow palettes that she had mostly done. So I think a lot of people were asking for something a little bit more neutral, a little bit more murky. And then this is how the Antidote came to be, if I remember correctly. So we've got that side started there. Let's see what this side is looking once I take the tape away. Oh, not too bad. So now I can shape the top a little bit now that I don't have the tape on there. So we're going to go back again into Pretty Peachy. Okay, there we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now we've got our little pumpkin-y orangey business on. So we are going to move into some greens for the lid. So I think what I'm going to do for green, I'm going to go in with this shade called Sable. So we're going to go in with Sable. So this is a lighter green. It looks a little bit more murky in person. The lights are brightening it up a little bit, but we're going to go with that shade there as our next shade. Yeah, October was a little bit of a bust for me this year compared to normal. I usually do all the Halloween markets and go to all the different events, but due to finances, because I know how I am, I'd be super tempted. I've been staying away from the Halloween markets. One of the two that I wanted to go to, my friend went to, and she actually said it wasn't, she went anyways, even though she's in the same boat, but she didn't feel that it was very good this year. She was a little bit disappointed. So, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so I won't get FOMO for that one. The one that is in New West that I used to go to every year, the last at least 5 or 6 years, if not longer. I'm sad that I missed, but I know that one is always temptation. And then the one where I went to this one last year out in Chilliwack that was amazing, and they had it again this year. But that one cost me a lot of money last year, so I am very glad that I did not go for this year. So I am still sad. I mean, I'm still doing a few markets. My friend Amy and I are doing because we like to do all the Christmas ones. So we had gone to the kind of psychic / Halloween fair that was just like more little artisans. There were some that do this professionally, but a lot of people that were doing it as a hobby. So though I spent a few dollars, it wasn't a lot, and there wasn't tons of Halloween stuff. So the temptation was pretty much at bay there. And then we're going to one that's, I think it's her son's school or one of the schools near her. So that should hopefully, I mean, if they have Bannock again this year, I may pick up some Bannock. But we had done that one last year. I think it was not too bad for me. So there we go. Oh, this is a fun color, and this is going to be a fun little look, I think. Okay, so now that I've got the green in there, I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and then I'm going to go a little bit into the Pretty Peachy, just to kind of blend on the top there a bit. Yeah, I think I like that. So fun that the first is actually falling on a Friday, so I don't have to worry about doing a additional video for the week. Just not sleeping, so I've been a little bit tired. When we went to see Beetlejuice at the Cat Cafe, both of us had not slept the night before, so I did manage to have a small half-an-hour nap before we go, and luckily it was early, like the movie started at 7. Oh, but funny story. So, you know, computers and what are they called? Like a little players, that projectors. There we go. That project onto the screen. They can get warm. Well, a couple of the cats liked the warm, and we thought this movie would never finish because the cats kept going to lay on there, and they would shut it off or rewind it. It was so funny. But I guess that's what you get for making it made out of worms. Cats like the worms. And there's one little girl there, and she was really lucky. One of the cats wanted to snuggle with her the whole time. So I think that really made her day. Okay, so there we go. So for our next shade, we're going to go let's go into the slightly... Okay, I'm going to go into a slightly murky shade, then I'm going to go into a shade, a slightly lighter, brighter shade. So we're going to go into the shade Dusty, and then we're going to go into Moss. So Dusty is that shade there, and then this Moss here is the greener one. So I'm just going to pop in a little bit of Dusty next. Yeah, the only plan I had in going in was that I was going to use the mattes out of here in the shades in the other, and that I wanted to wing out. That was kind of my only plan with this. I think it's turning out kind of okay. Sometimes it's just fun to play with color and do a silly look. It's like I'm not going anywhere, so maybe we might even put some lashes on, because I think this will be a look that'll look really good with lashes. So okay, so that was the shade Dusty. So now we're gonna go into Moss. Hey baby. That is my oldest daughter, Miss Edith. Yes, honey. She can't hear me. I still talk to her anyways, though. Yeah, though this one looks way lighter in the pan, it's just like a smidge lighter than the Dusty shade. So I think that was the right shade to do for the inner corner, I think. There we go. So now for the bottom lash line, let's go into, so I have oranges. I'm gonna go maybe into like a rusty, brownish shade. So I think I'm gonna go into the shade here that is called a cinnamon. So that is that shade right there. So we're gonna go into cinnamon, and we're gonna do that along the bottom lash line. I don't know if this palette is still available. I will see it look. I know the Zulu palette should be still available, but I'm not sure about the Antidote one. If I see it on the BPerfect website, I will link it. I don't think it's available anymore. And that's the point of these videos, right? Like, we're trying to use things that we have mutuals of, that we have in our collection, but because something is discontinued or wasn't as popular, we'll say with other people, or we just haven't had a chance to get back to, it doesn't mean that they don't need to be played, don't deserve to be played with. These definitely do. So there we go. Alrighty, so now let's play with some of the shimmers. So there was the Carnival Antidote, yes. Now we're going to go into Zulu by Juvias Place. This is one of the first palettes I ever got. Maybe it would even be the first palette I got. Look at it. Beautiful. Okay, so I think for the outer edge, yeah, we're going to go with the middle shimmery shade here. That's the green one. We have some spray here. I'm going to use that same flat brush that we used to put on the primer, because I forgot to grab my primer brush. I was too lazy to go grab it. Yeah, this palette's got to be at least 5 or 6 years old at this point, but I think it still works very well. Yeah, look at that. Actually, I think I'm going to make this the, I was going to make it the inner shade. I think so definitely would go better on the outer. Yeah, it's getting to the finger, like on the brush it was super soft, but I think it's starting to finally get a bit dry. So there might be, 1 second. So now we're going to go into this lightest shade here. And I'm going to clean off this brush really good, and then we're going to go into there. This is almost feeling more like a Mardi Gras look at this point. Okay, so there we go. Zulu by Juvias Place. So I'm going to go and finish up eyes and put on base, and then maybe we can do some lips and stuff together. Okay, we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so we're back. We'll have just one final touch to do, but I put on some lashes, a teeny bit of purple liner. This is the Cemetery Sludge Liner by Creature Cosmetics. For blush, I popped on from It's Likely Makeup. I would like to have all the colors. I have 3. This is Cosmo. And then I've been back to loving my Solar Sailor from Collab. I mean, look. I did put on a couple, because I thought with the orange, a couple little freckles would look good. So I have this Freck OG pen from back in the day. And then we're going to finish up with another thing from Creature Cosmetics, since we were using the tape and all, and this is in the shade, oh, hold on 1 second, Halloween. Still in the mood. It's still a couple days as I'm filming this, even though this is for November 1st, but there we go. So let's go and pop this on for some extra orange. And if I orange, like, look at that. See it? Doesn't it go right perfectly with that? And there we go. This is definitely one of my better attempts at using that freckle pen. It's love-hate with that thing. But there we go. There is our collab look for with Manuela for the month of November. Remember, she is Makeup Therapy. I will, of course, have her linked. But we were using the Carnival Stacey Marie, the Antidote palette, and the Zulu by Juvias Place, and this is the look we created. Not as fall as I was kind of hoping. I think it's because of the shimmery shades I have here, but there we go. This is just a fun little look for today. So don't forget to follow her channel. I will also post her video as well in my community tab. Is that how it works? So anyways, that's it from me today. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends and still play with our collection together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.